Hello, I'm Joseph, and welcome to Flew the Coop.
A little project that I did as we prepared to fly the coop and head to Colorado is take this trailer right here and put these sides onto it.
Now, a few disclaimers. I have no carpentry skills. I have no engineering skills. I have no bow hunting skills. I may have some computer hacking skills, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
So the tools for the job: sawhorses, stand things up on, drill to screw things in, and in my case screw things up, oscillating tool, use this to cut out notches that you're going to see in a little bit, a hammer, because who doesn't need a hammer, clamps to hold things together, obviously, a ratchet, not the nurse, the tool, and finally nuts, bolts, screws, washers to hold it all together. Oh, and one last thing, I did have to use a very sharp utensil, chop saw. This came in very handy. And finally, here's my trailer. It's a 10-foot by 6 Big Tex brand, model number 355A.
Another disclaimer. I've read online and seen on other videos that do something like this to know your local laws before creating sides for your trailer. And I do not know mine, but I recommend you know yours. What I'm doing is in no way condoning what you do with your trailer, especially once you get on the public streets. In other words, move forward with your own risk, and good luck.
My trailer is 10 foot long, so I thought I'd be able just to slap some 10 foot long 2x4s down. Not so much. This little bad boy was in my way. This is where that oscillating tool came in handy, to cut these little notches out. First I measured and cut the 2x4, then once I had that I cut out the plywood. I then lined things up, made sure they all measured out good, and this is where I was proud of myself. I used a piece of scrap wood to test.
So I was really proud that I used scrap wood as a test instead of messing up my actual 10-foot 2x4s and my plywood that I was going to use for the finished product. But we'll come back to that proud moment in a few minutes. Now, what I did to make those cutouts was I just laid my 2x4s down the side of the rail there, marked a pencil where the tie-outs were, cut it out with the oscillating tool to make the letter U, tacked my plywood to the 2x4, measured it, pulled it apart, and cut it out with the rectangle. Well, I didn't cut it out with the rectangle. I used the oscillating tool to cut it into a rectangle. You see what I mean.
Now it's time to tack my plywood to the 2x4s. I had 2 pieces of plywood at about 71 inches each. I made marks at 1.5, 15, 30, 40 inches from the center of the wood. This is where I would place my screws to tack the plywood to the 2x4s. And here comes my other proud moment. I made this little jig right here to make the job much easier. Take a look. Once I had my plywood stuck to my 2x4s, I then used these clamps to hold the side up onto the trailer. I also attached the front piece that you see up here to hold it up. Looking good, so I put the front piece of plywood on, getting ready to mount the other side.
So did you catch the difference in that last shot versus when I had my super proud practice piece on? So let's take another look at that practice piece. What? So let's take another look at that practice piece that I was so proud of. Notice here that the front side is missing, okay? And that takes up a lot of space, especially when you want to go to the back of the trailer and shut the door.
So here I am looking at why I can't pin the gate shut. Nice gap, nice gap. Uh-oh, we're touching wood.
Now, in total transparency, I must admit that I did what I could to shave that end off. I used my oscillating tool, I used a jigsaw, I used several choice words, But then my lovely wife came outside and gave me some pretty sound advice. Hey dummy, why don't you take that 2x4, unattach it, and scoot it forward just a couple of inches. Problem solved.
So my next step was to take this 3-sided box and actually attach it to the trailer somewhere. You see there's not many places to do it, but I chose this back side back here. Drilled through, which is more tricky than I thought, as you can see right here with the bolt being very close to the floor, and bolted it down. I probably should use the washer, as it was really digging into the wood. On the other side, my aim was a little better, as you can see here. Just let's keep the drill parallel to the ground.
So now I'm getting close, but there was just one little item left to deal with. Now I want to say, in total transparency again, I in no way planned this. Pure dumb luck.
Notice the sway of this side right here. Well, it turns out that a 2x4 fits perfect into the handle of the gate. So what I did is I fastened it up there and bolted it in, as you can see here. Problem solved. Very nice sturdy side to the trailer. One final touch I did was put these 2x6s at the seams of the plywood on the side. I think my high school FFA teacher would be pretty dang proud.
And there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you found it entertaining. If you did, hit the like button. Also, it'd be great if you'd hit the subscribe. Thank you very much, and continue to watch Flew the Coop.